We back with another one. Back with another one. Back with another one.
We in this.
God Game fam, you need anything? Sparkling crystals. My mom is a Swarovski crystal blinger. So y'all know.
You look dope. She did that to a bottle?
Yeah, bro. My bowling pin. Bottle, bowling pins, cups, everything, bro.
Oh, wow. I never
Follow
noticed
her on Instagram, Sparkling Crystals with 2 S's. DM her for whatever you want. My bowling shoes, everything, bro. You want her to do your phone case, she'll do it. Headphones, she'll do it. Lip gloss, she'll do it. All right, anyway, but we finna get up into it, and you already know, it's my turn to lead the prayer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are new to our podcast, we lead every podcast with a... Let me start over. We lead every podcast with a prayer because we thank God for another day. Thank you for just giving us another day to be here. Thank you for our friends, our family. We pray that you keep us all safe and healthy during the Rona, and just in general with everything that's going on. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
God just hit the wall with me. He did.
They be walled up in heaven.
Yeah, bro, you gotta have fun. You make it to heaven, you better be walling up in heaven. I'm so weak. Oh, God Game fam, you already know. GotGame10.com. Get your Got Game merch. You already know. We building our community. We're just getting bigger. And if you don't know what it's for, you're like, oh, why should I get Got Game? Go to the website and find out.
I was gonna say, go back to that first episode we did. We did a whole podcast on it.
Yeah, actually, go to the first episode. Good job, B. Go to the first episode. That'll explain exactly why you should rep God Game. Be part of the God Game fam. Actually, you already are. If you don't even think you are, you already are. So, yeah.
I gotta order me some merchandise.
Bro, you've been saying that for like 4 months.
I know. It wasn't that long. Don't say it like that. It was like
it was
like 4 weeks.
It was a month. Yeah, so I said a month. So let's talk about, like, for the God Game fan members, let's talk about college bowling. Yeah, and how if you don't know, your child can get a college scholarship to bowl, student athlete, free education, because that's what I did. But we're going to break it down because not all schools provide scholarships.
True, yeah. Well, some schools provide men's scholarships, don't. I think it's more like, usually, isn't the opposite? Well, no, sometimes it's like some schools, I feel like most schools that have men's programs have women programs, but not all schools that have women programs have men programs. I could be wrong.
Exactly. So, like,
most of them.
True. So, like, for example, for me, I went to NCAA school, and that's the thing. There's, like, I don't know how many, like, I don't know if they're called conferences. There's NJCAA, that's National Junior College Athletic Association. There's NCAA, National Collegiate Athletic Association, and then there's NAI, National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. So I went to an NCAA school in Nebraska, and well, one of the reasons too is like I wanted to go to school that would provide like more financial assistance. And there's HBCUs in there, Howard. There's FAMU. There's dang, I just freaking drew a blank.
One of the kids I coached just I think she signed her letter of intent to go to Howard.
Yeah, Howard, FAMU. There's Bethune-Cookman. There's more. There's Alabama. Is it Alabama? I think Alabama A&M and Alabama State. So yeah, you can just probably Google
Delaware State.
Yeah, Delaware State. So there's a lot of them. You could definitely Google NCAA, college bowling, and like all the schools will come up. So I went that route.
I was going to ask you. So what other schools were you looking at before you chose to go to Nebraska?
Well, there are a lot of schools. that were interested in me, like NAIA schools and the NCAA schools. But my five, if you go to NCAA route, you get 5 official visits. So my 5 were in Nebraska, happened to be the last one. It was that, Vanderbilt, University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, Norfolk State University. Oh, that's another HBCU, and Valparaiso, University of Valparaiso, or Valparaiso University. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, so those were my 5.
My first collegiate tournament, I wasn't even on a collegiate team. I bowled the ISC, the Intercollegiate Singles Championship, back in I don't know what year that was. It was probably like 2014 or 2015. And I was actually going to community college at the time. So like I just I said I go to college, and they were like, "All right, come bowl." So
For
I
sure.
forgot how much it was. Yeah, so like that was I don't know, that was kind of cool. I mean, I got to bowl against some of the better collegiate athletes in the U.S.
So, I mean, what I was gonna say is too, like you kind of talked about before, how about men and women's teams. So when I first got to Nebraska, I didn't know there was a men's team. So like we have a men's team, but the men aren't NCAA. It's just women. So the men there is club
I mean,
NAIA.
I didn't even know you guys had a men's team. Like I always thought y'all just had a women's team because nobody talks
Yeah,
about the men's team at all.
we have a men's team. I don't know if they're club or NAIA. I don't know if NAIA is considered club. I don't really know. I just know more of the NCAA stuff. So if you guys want to do some research, because I'm not trying to give you the wrong information, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's some teams that have men and different schools that have men and women's teams. And I also know too, sometimes there's not enough players, so there's like co-ed teams too, right? I've seen some teams with men and women on it, but that's
Mm-hmm.
only for are they considered a men's team? Because it's definitely not
I think
NCAA.
so. I think so. I
Yeah,
think usually if it's like a co-ed team, I think usually they just bowl on the men's side, I
on the
believe.
men's side, yeah. So that they have like enough plays, so enough players. But yeah, so there's definitely opportunities out there. If your child loves bowling, interested in bowling, if you have any questions, you can go to gotgame10.com or my website jazzamazing.com and fill out the contact thingy, and we will try to help you as best as possible or lead you in the right direction since we've
Yeah.
been through that. So
I did like when I think we went to junior gold. It was me, you knew Brandon, John. We all got
wait,
like the same.
can we have a
What's up?
moment of silence for Brandon?
Of course.
Okay, let's yeah. Okay.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Yeah, it was crazy because we all three of us, this one coach wanted us all to come down. Ooh, what was that school called? It was somewhere in Iowa, but it was like a brand new program.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Brandon went, but me and John, we was kind of like, we wasn't really feeling it. Or I forgot, I think we had something else. We had some other stuff going on. We were just like, yeah, like I don't know. We did more like research on it and stuff like that. And we were just like, Iowa, bro, it was like the middle of nowhere. Like the closest Walmart was like an hour away. And we was like, full scholarship or not, I'm like, I just don't want to go. like, I
Why,
just don't
bro?
want to go.
Opportunities. Y'all better
Huh?
take advantage of opportunities when they are presented to you, God Game fam.
Come on, no, but you
Don't,
really
don't,
like,
don't. But don't be scared, and that's a reason why you don't take advantage of opportunity. You still could have went and been like, all right, been there and been like, yeah, this ain't for me, and then come back home. But you would never know because you didn't go.
yeah. I mean, you're right, but Iowa.
Bro, I was in Nebraska. Like on my way to school, there was nothing but cornfields. I'm like, I'm never going to the school. What happened? I end up
This
at the
school.
University of Nebraska. Bro, it was nothing but
Uh,
cornfields. I was like,
it was
people. I was like,
it was
people.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Though. I feel like if it was in Nebraska, I probably was still not going. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, like I think like the when I transferred to Robert Morris, that really was kind of like a perfect situation because like it was another big city,
Uh-huh.
Chicago. Chicago was super cool, um, and I don't know, it just all worked out.
That's dope. But I'm saying, imagine if I didn't even take the if I just was like, oh god, these cornfields, I ain't going. But that's the thing. Like, first of all, I didn't even know Nebraska was like a state. Like, well, honestly,
No shade. No shade.
I'm not even joking. Probably I didn't know where it was. I'm like, Nebraska, like people live in Nebraska. I'm like, what is Nebraska? But then when I actually got there, it was just it was in the city. Like the school helps make up the city, so that's probably a reason why I was like, yeah, this is for me. Oh yeah, and another thing, God Game fam, if you have visits, I don't know how it works with NAIA, but like if you're going to NCAA school for the girls and you have 5 official visits, take all 5 because you never know. Because didn't even want to go to Nebraska. It was my last one. And that's where I ended up going.
Before you went to go visit Nebraska, like what school did you think he was about to go to?
Honestly, like when I had visited I don't even know. Like when I visited, there wasn't like a set one. When I had visited all of them, my dad would ask me after everyone, like, hey, like, you see yourself here? And I would just say, yeah, I can see myself here, yeah. But then when I got to Nebraska, you know how you have like your intuition is telling you like do something or don't do something. My intuition was talking to me, and so I was like, yeah, this is it. So
Nice.
yeah, bro. So I mean, it was cool. It was a great experience.
I'm gonna say, so what's crazy about me even going to Robert Morris, but basically like it was like a super rush decision. Like I think a couple years ago they had like recruited me. They had, well, they had a guy on the team like that saw me bowl, like wanted me to come to the school, yada yada yada. And like at the time, I guess I just wasn't ready to like make that move because like I really like I've always been that type of person that like likes to stay at home. Like I don't like even like back when like parents try to send you like to summer camp and stuff like
You're
that.
one of
Like
those.
yeah, like those overnight summer camps. I was not trying to, you know what I mean? Like I want to sleep in my own bed. Like I'm not trusting these
Oh
people out
my
there.
god.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. um, but I think so. Then a couple years went by, and I was working with this company. I guess technically I still do, but they were expanding to Chicago. And I don't know, just like I just took like a year and a half off from school, was going through a whole lot of stuff, and I was like, you know what, bro, I want to see if I can go to this school, Robert Morris or whatever. Like it's like the best bowling program. For those of you guys that don't know, who Marshall Kennedy is, like one of the top professional bowlers like in the world. Really has like this crazy skill set. They feel like he had won like so much stuff. Like he went from like winning like junior gold, which is like a big national junior tournament. Was on Team USA. Was like doing it in the pro, in the pro circuit and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, I want to be like him.
Nomination.
I wanted to be like him. That was like my big thing. I was like, all right, if I want to, like, I've always had this, this thought, like, if I want to be in a certain position, I gotta. I guess technically you can make your own path, but like I like to just like see like who's been successful and just follow what they've done. Like that was just like that's how I've always seen success. So literally, this was like in June. Like I still remember the day. It was June 27th, and like I just woke up. I swear to God, Gigi, I woke up and I was like, I'm going to Robert Morris. like
That's
just woke up.
intuition, bro. I'm
I
telling
made some
you.
calls. I was like, I knew somebody that was recruiting for them and stuff like that. I talked to a few people I knew that went there. I was like, bro, what do I gotta do to get an audience with this coach? And like literally, like within like 3 days, I took a plane out to Chicago. Was there for orientation. Like, I mean, mind you, this is June. I haven't applied for financial aid. Like any of the stuff that you usually do before you go to school.
You
Like
said it
I
don't
didn't do
even
any of that
matter.
stuff.
You said I'm
It don't
going
even
here.
matter. I was like, I made a decision. Like that's one thing my mentor had taught me like a year, I think prior. He was like make a decision and figure it out lately, which is like tough to do, but like it does kind of like what you were saying about like honestly, that was my mindset when I got that offer to that one school in Iowa. I probably would have went, that time, but my mindset wasn't there at that time. Like literally, I think because I went to my orientation, met the coach. He told me he's gonna give me, I think he could only give me a C team scholarship because I applied so late.
Okay, what's that mean?
Which kind of sucked. All right, so the school I went to, I don't know if all schools are like this, but because of our, I guess our reputation, they had an A team, a B
They
team, and a
got
C
hella
team.
people on the team. That's what he means.
Yeah. So the A team was the best team. That's like the best players and stuff like that. The B team was like, right under them, and then you had the C team. So when I tried out, the coach was like, definitely worthy of being on an A team, but you applied in June, so like we ain't got no more money to really be,
Yeah.
spitting like that. I was like, bro, for real, I came out here like yesterday. Like, you want to give me any money? I'm taking
Yeah,
that job.
yeah.
Like I understand. Like I'm not being picky. Like I was just happy you was gonna give me anything, to be honest.
You like some schools Gake fam like have tryouts in order to like ABC team, but University of Nebraska I can't speak for any other NCAA school. At least when I was on the team, I mean we didn't have tryouts. Like our team was small, like 10 to 12 people, like max.
Really?
I think 12 is even like pushing it, but like we didn't have too many people on the team, so yeah, we didn't
That's
have to go.
surprising.
Like, we didn't have like tryouts or ABC teams. It's like you traveled or you didn't. Like that was
Yeah.
it.
But I'll be
So
honest, like that college experience for me, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like so I,
mm,
when I bowled for Temple, it was like super small. The Temple's a big school, but it's not big in bowling. Like Temple's more for basketball, football, stuff like that. So bowling was more of a club. And it was me and another guy that was like really serious about it, and then well, not even really. I was really serious about it. He was somewhat serious about it, and then we had everybody else. So like it really, you know what I mean? Like we just really wasn't like super competitive, all that good stuff. So when I went to Robert Morris, I'm thinking, we're gonna be doing team drills, you know what I mean? Like hanging out together and stuff like that. Bro, at least for me, I didn't get that experience. Most of the teams still like they had like an apartment, I guess, or whatever. But again, since I applied so late, I couldn't really get in with anybody. So like we didn't really have like like team drills. Like honestly, our first tournament we bowled was like my first time bowling like as a team with my teammates. Like for me, that was just weird. Like I don't know like how anybody else would feel about it, but like that was just like, bro, like I feel like we should have like some type of communication. We should know each other's games. Like for me, it was just a really weird thing because Robert Morris had like won like a couple of national championships. So I'm like, all right, we got to be together as a team. Like, and I was like, oh, I guess we don't subscribe to that. So I don't know.
no,
How was your experience in Nebraska? Like,
the
did you
ours
guys like?
though we like believe me drills, team atmosphere, team bonding. Like yeah. I mean, it wasn't like too much of it though. I feel like it was a good balance. Like we had community service, what we would do together. It's called outreach. I don't know if it's still called that there. Sometimes we'd have like someone be like, "Oh, I'm having a dinner," like invite the team, stuff like that. Or like you just have people on the team who you're closer to than others. So like there's sometimes where there's girls who are always together, and then there's some who are not always together. But I mean, you kind of just I thought it was a good balance. You really just chill with who you want to chill with. And for me, like I had a lot of friends, other student athletes, non-student athletes outside of bowling, and so I think it's very important to find friends outside of your sport, either in other sports or those who aren't athletes, because I mean it can get annoying when you're just with your teammates. You're already with them every single day at practice, and it's just you were just being honest. Like sometimes you could get annoyed, you could get tired. So I think having like other people that you can hang out with outside of your sport I think is definitely important. Coach Strabo, he does a very good job of like balancing just that team atmosphere, making us cohesive. And like I said, there's gonna be people on the team who don't like each other. I mean, that's it happens. You're mixing a lot of different personalities. But at the end of the day, if that were the case, like we all knew at Nebraska, if we liked each other or not, the end goal was to win a national championship. So if we had drama, that was put to the side, and it was just complete the task at hand. So,
Right. That's dope. Y'all had that Shaq and Kobe mentality. We may not like
bro,
each other, but we.
that's the Nebraska way, bro. That's how we do things. Like we want to win. We compete to win, and that's it. We compete for first place. That's all. Like
I feel like I don't want to say I have a regret, but like that's one thing because I remember like I think I finished like fifth in like trials. Mind you, I only literally had 2 bowling balls as I'm doing this, and that's supposed to be if you finish the top 5 at trials, you're supposed to be automatic A team or whatever. But the coach came to me and he was like, "Hey, hey B, you don't have like that, no crazy rev rate. I didn't make the ball go skit skit." Like everybody else did or whatever for my non-bowlers fans or whatever. So he was like, it'd probably be better, he was like, be better for you to develop that joint and stay on a B team. And like my mindset, like it was like I said, like my mindset going there wasn't, call me selfish, whatever you want to call me, but my mindset really was more about me. Like I wanted to get like to another level in my own bowling career. Like I saw that as this team being a way to do that. So like I kind of put that to the side and was like, all right, like I'll rock with you from this team atmosphere type of stuff or whatever. Like, you know, you want to put me on B team, that's fine. But I'll be honest, bro, like it, because like you said, you didn't really have teams, but like being on a B team, like you got almost like less respect because you was on B team. So like I don't know, if I could go back, I feel like I probably would like just stayed on A team. I'm big about that team atmosphere type of stuff or whatever. So like I remember this one time I challenged the A team to like a quick little, you know, quick little scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? Little scrimmage.
Yeah, we can do
And
this.
you know what I mean? So, but we won. So like it was like B team versus like A team, and we won. And like, you know, I talked a little trash here and there, but like my
Why are
main
you saying
objective,
it like
huh?
hello? You know, I just if you did it, bro,
Yeah,
own it. That's what Miss Robin told me. So own it.
got on it. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
you was talking trash.
I definitely talked a little stuff. Because it
Okay,
wasn't like it wasn't heavy. It wasn't heavy though. It wasn't like, bro,
I
like we
got
better than
you.
you or anything like that. It was just like, oh, like B team done beat y'all, huh? Like it was like one of those. Like maybe we should switch teams. Because even 18, they got the better van going to tournaments and stuff like that. I was like, oh, maybe we should bet the van next tournament. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I can't.
I was a little bad. I'm be real. I was a little bad. I definitely stirred up a little something, but
See, own
it
it.
was, huh?
I said, you see, own it.
Yeah, I did. I stirred up a little something. But
But
my intentions was from a team atmosphere type of space. I will say
it was.
that. Cut it.
Oh
Cut
god.
it.
Hey,
That's Millie
hey,
Rocket.
hey, hey, hey. But Gage fam, you already know. Whatever experience you have, just take it for what it is, and it's neither good or it's neither bad. It just is, and you already know. My name.
I will say I want to leave them with something though. Like the one thing I will say is if you have the opportunity,
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
huh? No, I was gonna say, do it early. Like, cause that was my thing. Like, I feel like part of the reason why my college experience wasn't super great was because I was the old head on the team. Like, I was probably like 20. I was already like 22, 23, I think, when I like went to Robert Morris. Like, really had like the collegiate experience and stuff like that. So
Mm,
like, we already like it just wasn't like my mindset. Again, not throwing no shade on people, but your mindset is different at 23 than when you're 18. So like it was just hard for me to mesh with my teammates and stuff like that. Just from that basis on in general. So
mm,
like I feel like it would have been better if I could have been 18, 19 years old, just went straight to it. But everybody's journey is different, so you going, you know what I mean.
um,
You got to figure out what works better for you. But yeah, that was just my last thing I wanted to leave people with. You know what I mean?
we
Go early.
appreciate it. We appreciate it. My last little outro was terrible. I had to just stop. So I'm off the dome, right? Give me a beat, bro. Drop a beat.
Hold on. Hmm. I gotta get that making beats. Hold on.
You taking too long, bro.
Well, because I don't got nothing to beat on.
It's GG. I'm about to be out of here. You know me. I gotta wait. God game fam. Don't laugh. Let me start over. What you doing? You throw my beat off.
I'm on beat.
Oh, maybe it's a little lag. All right, I'm gonna just let you do the beat. Bro, that's weak. That's not loud enough. I can't really hear it.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
It's wait. Ready? It's GG. I'm about to be out of here. You know me. Got the paper to my hair. You know, GG the two Afro puffs. I'm lit.
And you already said enough.
Make sure your lips don't look like crust. You know what, God fam? I love y'all. I appreciate appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. You already know. Tune in next Saturday to see the next episode. And just continue to have a great day. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Stay lit. Stay grateful. Stay thank you. Stay thankful. And thank God for another day. It's peace and love. Gigi, I'm out.
Hey.